Welcome to the Library Tutorials Online. My name is Natalie Logue. I'm the Access Services Librarian at the Greenbelt Library on the Health Sciences campus. Today we'll be looking over the new GIL-Find platform and some of the features available. So from the library's homepage, which you can find at augusta.edu/library/greenblatt, you can locate GIL-Find at the bottom of the search bar. Okay, I'm just doing it. Just a little while for doing this first segment here. Hello, welcome to the Library Tutorials Online. My name is Natalie Logue. I'm the Access Services Librarian at the Greenbelt Library on the Health Sciences campus. Today we'll be looking over the new GIL-Find platform and some of the features available. So from the library's homepage, which you can find at augusta.edu/library/greenblatt, you can locate the library catalog, which we call GIL-Find, in the bottom of the search box. GIL-Find has been remodeled to give a more updated appearance and to be more user-friendly. The search box at the top will default to the Augusta University Libraries catalog, and you can use it to search for journals, books, DVDs, or documents held by the library. Once you've conducted your search, you can limit the results using the options on the left side of the screen. You can choose inclusion criteria by selecting it, such as Greenbelt Library. Or you can exclude criteria by clicking on the red box that appears to the right when you hover over the criteria. So we'll say images, and this is the exclusion box. Looking at the results list, you'll see where books You'll see where the books or the items are located directly under the publisher information. So since we've limited this to the Greenbelt Library, all of these are going to be available at the Greenbelt Library. The first several results here are journals, and they all have the same location information. You may also see a full text available if it is something that's provided through the Haiti Trust. Welcome, Amy, to the WebEx. So we're just looking at our results list here, and we've limited out our results to just look at Greenbelt Library and to take out any image results just to show you what that would look like. So you can favorite results if you want to sort of create a mini collection that you can go back and look at later, and those will pop up directly to the top. But these favorites do go away if you're not logged in, and you can tell if you're logged in by looking at the top right corner and seeing that guest. That means that you're just visiting the page. But there's a lot you can do without having to log in to GIL-Find. These other options on the top right corner of a result will let you cite something, so you can send it to you can export it as a bib text, you can send it directly to EndNote. You can also include a permalink if you want to have a citation sent to your students or to your other colleagues and not have to worry about their authentication process. We also provide an email option so that you can send something out quickly, although if you're doing a search like this, it may be easier to create a whole collection and send the email at once. If you click on a result, you'll be able to see the entire record, and this gives you some more options and some more information about that result. Since this is a journal, you'll see the complete journal holdings held in the library. And this can be a lot of information, but you're welcome to call the library front desk or contact your subject area librarian, and we can help you suss out that information. So what I'm looking at here for Brain, a Journal of Neurology, is that we hold volumes 1 through 66 and volumes 68 through 126. So it looks like we're missing one volume right in the center there. You can also look this left-hand side, you have some shortcuts. These are just denoting sections of that record and should help you pop around this page without scrolling up and down too much. So you can scroll down to the links and see all of the subject areas and some more publisher information, as well as looking it up on other websites. So these links are not for journals that we hold online. These are more looking at the record as it is available in other resources. So this is not what you would use for an online journal. Now if we look at a book record, so I'm going to click books over here, you'll see the location for those has changed from journals to books. We do keep our journals and books both on the second floor. And none of these should have the Haiti Trust on them. These should all be available in the library at this point. We do have some digital books, which you will see in these records as well. So when you open a book record, you can see some more helpful information. We do show you how many copies we have available, if that is loanable or not, if one is in the library, if it's requested, if it's lost. We'll give you all that kind of information on the book record. You can also see if this item is held by other universities in the university system of Georgia. And directly from a book record, you can place a Gil Express request. And this is helpful if a book you're looking for is currently checked out or has been lost and you need access to it. If you're not familiar with Gil Express, it is a requesting and borrowing and loaning system through the University System of Georgia, where we freely borrow books between all of the university libraries, and we'll deliver them within a few days. Anything that is less than a 28-day checkout, so journals, electronic materials, a lot of DVDs, are not available through Gil Express. It's generally restricted just to regularly checked out books. Now to take part in a lot of these, like the Gil Express request and keeping a permanent location for your favorited items, you'll need to sign into your account. And GILFind does give you a lot of options to sign in. As you can see on this record, there is a sign in button directly under Get It. On the results page, it gives you a sign in pop-up at the very top of the results. And you can always click on the guest in the upper right hand corner, and it will give you the sign in option there as well. And when you click that, you're always going to select Augusta students, faculty, and staff, and just use your NetID and password to log in. It didn't prompt me for mine because I'm already logged into this computer. And you should see your name in the upper right hand corner. If you don't, if you still see guest but you are logged in, please contact the library and we'll help resolve whatever issue is going on with your account. So now when I go into a record and I follow through for a Gil Express request, you can see it will give me, no it will not, let me go back. Oh, here we go. Yes. Alright, this is not loading. Here we go. So you can see it did pull that up, and I have a request button right next to request options. And you can see the loan is going to be a 28 days Gil Express loan. And you can just follow that link and fill out the information. The pickup institution will default to the home institution of the item, so make sure you pay attention to that and change it to Augusta University. I would pick this up at Greenbelt Library and just hit request. Now if you're looking for an item that the library does not own, you can do that by coming back to the results page, and at the very top where it says Augusta University, click the drop down menu and choose University System of Georgia and reconduct that search. As you can see, it did clear out all of my limiters on the left hand side. I have a significant slightly higher number of results here, about 25,000, less than 25,000. And you'll see I have all options, not just those that are available to me. So the first couple are journals, and follow that are online journals. And I know from experience that none of these are going to be available through Gil Express request. So what I can do is I can come over here to the left-hand side, and I can restrict it to things that are available in the library. I know I can only borrow physical items, and I'm going to limit it by books as well. Give that time to process. And let's see if we can find one that we don't own that would be available to us. Alright, so what I can do, I keep running into these Reese and Greenbelt Library, and I really want to see what other institutions might have. So I can come over here to the libraries limiters. Oh, shoot, you know what happened? I clicked available in the library, and it's thinking that's available in my library. So I'm going to remove that. Yes, here we go, and then this should give you the full result. So that's kind of a tricky thing about these left-hand side ones, is it doesn't always understand the results the way I, as a person reading it, would understand the results. So our very first option here is Brain. It will tell you check holdings, meaning that it is not in the Reese and Greenbelt Library, so it doesn't know where it's located. Again, it will open up that record. And this is nice, something I meant to point out earlier. When you open a record, it doesn't open a whole new screen or a whole new window. It just expands over that search page. So this makes it a lot faster, a lot easier to navigate quickly between record results and your search results. So you can see now that I've expanded it under Get It, it's going to tell me that the library does not own this item. But it's also going to give me that list of Gil Express request libraries. Kennesaw State is the only one that has this available, so you can follow that through. And this will sometimes happen too. It's sometimes hard to tell. So this book is not loanable, meaning it doesn't leave that library. It's one of their reserve items or research items, so that one we won't be able to borrow. But we can try down here and see about the University System or UGA. Okay, so this one from UGA is available. It is in place. We have a 28 days loan, and again, just hit that request button. You want to change this to Augusta University and select the library that you would like to pick that up from and hit request. So now I've picked up a couple of request items and I want to see where I'm at. So if you go back up to the top of the page and click your name, you'll find the My Library account. And there's a lot you'll find on here. You see I currently have a fine on my account, so you can see what that will look like. I don't have any loans out. I don't have any requests within my library. This is a little bit confusing because y'all just saw me place a couple of requests, but I don't have anything showing up on my home screen. And this is because I'm looking at my my information for Augusta University. If I use this drop down up here where it says Augusta University and I change that to University of Georgia, you can see all of my information changes. I have no fines with UGA, but I do have 2 requests out. And you can navigate from here to see those a little more fully. I can go ahead and cancel those requests from this page since I don't want them to send me additional books. And cancel it, yes. Cancel this. And if I had these books available to me, if they were already checked out, I could go to my loans, and this is where I would come to renew those items. So you do have to navigate to each library that you have a book checked out from in order to see that information. Now going back to the search, we've looked at how to find different materials located in the library and how to read a record and read a book record, and find some really helpful information. But I know a lot of our researchers need to use our electronic resources and our electronic journals, and a lot of the latest information will come out not in a hard copy format but online. So we do have a separate e-journal search. You can find e-journals through the catalog, but this is just a way to streamline it and easily remove all of those just in person or just physical item results. So if you look over here, I know JAMA we have, so we'll do a quick search. You can also browse alphabetically. And once you do a search, you'll see, again, the records look very similar. We don't have any limiters on the left-hand side. All you can do is change your sort between relevance and title. And that's because these have already basically been limited down to be online journals available to you. In the upper right-hand corner, we do have those very familiar citation and saving options. Again, you can click that ellipses and see a complete list of quick options available to you. And if you want to access this journal, you'll click Online Access. It's going to open that record for you, and you'll see all of the full text availability is listed under View Online right here. So we only have one that provides this record, and you would click this and it will open it in a new window for you. At this point, if you're off campus, even if you have logged into the library catalog, once you click the full text available at link, it will ask you to log in again. And this is how we authenticate Augusta University users. If you've done this once, if you're looking at several online journals, and as long as you don't close your browser, it may allow you to access a few without having to re-authenticate yourself. But that is a process we do require. The system does require if you're trying to access electronic journals off campus. So you can see it opens up. It should say access provided by Augusta University at the top, and then you can continue your search from here. So something else I want to take out, well, I showed y'all earlier that we were saving some items up to our Pushpin. So I want to follow up with that and go to the Pushpin Favorites at the very top. And you'll see here's a whole list of things that I have pushpinned over time. Things maybe I wanted to come back and look at. You can you can favorite things that are through the University System of Georgia, so they don't have to be held by our libraries. You can favorite whole journal titles, so online access and available in the libraries in order to come back and look at those records. You can select all of them and unfavorite them as a group to clear out your records. You can unpin them individually just by clicking the little mark out pushpin at the top. And again, these records remain as you see them in your results list, and so you still have all the options available to you in the upper right hand corner. Now you'll see here at the very top I have this book on acupuncture with a label under called heart disease. These are labels that are community generated or individually generated. So if you want to create your own grouping of items, you could go and add labels to them to help you understand why you favorited it, or what grouping you want to include it in, rather than having to look at all journals or all books on one topic. You can sort of curate your own little mini collection. And you'll see those just pop up. And then, oh, this one didn't do it. I have to re-add your tags here. Let's see, this is online journals, what I called And so you see, once you create that tag at the bottom, it will tell you how many items you've tagged with that. Hi Victoria, welcome. And if you click that, you'll see a list of all the items tagged in that way. I will obviously just only tag this one now. This is not a feature that has been used. It's been available actually for quite a long time. It hasn't seen a lot of use in the past, but I think it's a little easier to find now and perhaps a little bit easier to understand how it can play into your research. And this is sort of where that is. So you can see some other people have created relatively large tags. Let's look at this MLC Tech collection. Okay, so you can see how one library has used the tagging system in order to create an entire collection of electronic resources. And so that's kind of gives you an idea of how this works. And you do have a lot of those limiters appear in that collection as well. We do have a browse search available, and this is a little bit new. It's available on records. Let me pop back real quick and show you all what a record with this looks like. So we did brain, we want to look at books. If we look at that record, down towards the bottom, oh, here, it's called virtual browse on your left-hand side if you don't want to scroll down. And you can see basically we'll list out for you books that we have or that are cataloged to either side of the record you're looking at. So if you're used to, or if you miss the days of being able to go and look up a book that did interest you and sort of see what in that physical area, in that cataloging area, would interest you, this is a way to allow you to do that online. So you can easily slide through these results just by clicking the arrows on either side. You can follow one of these records and see some more information, and again continue your virtual browse at the bottom. And it's just sort of a different way to think about searching and looking at your results. You can sort of use the same feature by going to browse results. So if we want to look up, let's see, look up information by dentures. We'll look at this. We got a couple of results here. And it will give you everything within that's tagged in that subject area. And so again, it's just sort of a non-specific way of searching, but a little bit more narrow than using the keyword search available on the home page. So if you don't know where to find something, if you just, if all these links are sort of getting in the way of you accessing the information you need, you'll see I just clicked this ellipses at the very top called Show More, and it will open up a lot of your options. You can see your sign out or sign in depending on what your status is. You can change your language, you can see your library account from here, you can pop back to the library home, which will actually take you back to our landing page for both libraries. Back in here. You can contact us from this page. It will take you to a shared contact information. I'm really a big fan of this feature because I think it makes getting back to the library homepage and getting to some information you might need at the time a lot easier. And then of course we do have our basic searches up here too, our Find e-journals, our tags, our browse search, and even a link out to Galileo if you want to do a search for articles through the database. And if you are off campus, following Galileo at this point is where you would be asked to authenticate your username and password. So finally, we do have an advanced search option here, which you kind of have seen on this homepage. It's giving you these search tips about Boolean logic. And on one hand, the advanced search gives you a lot of options. You can you can talk to the library and create a course reserved for your class, and then direct your class to search for it in this way. I'm not going to do it right now because maybe we can. Let's look at the library. I think we have a group. Okay, so all of these are located within the library's we sort of a general course reserve for the librarians, and that's where all of these are located under. We don't need all of that. You can limit your search here to title, to author. You can also search through journal title in this way, but again, it's probably easier if you just put a quick search in and then limit by journals over here on the left-hand side. But this is where, if you're interested in applying some of that Boolean logic to get a really quick, complete search done, and you want to know exactly what your results are going to be, you can develop your query this way with some of that Boolean logic, and then you can just save the query for later. And you can see it gives you this pop-up. It lets you know that you have saved a complete query to your favorites and that you can subscribe to it. So if you want to see if the library is adding something new to a topic or a subject area that you're interested in, or if your search is pulling up anything additional in the coming months, you can subscribe to it and sort of see what's been added. And that, in a nutshell, is the GIL-Find. All right, and that's it. Thank you all so much.